Let's see. Any testing now? Any sound now? Let's see if you guys can hear me. The sound of silence, Brad says. All right. Well, I have no idea why this is wrong here. We can hear now. You guys can hear. It's a miracle. Man, what an awful way to start the show. So if you've made it in this far, God bless you all. 45 people watching me not talk. So that's, I have absolutely no idea what happened. So I apologize. So let me restart. Happy Baturday afternoon live. This is episode number 11. I hope all of you are doing great out there. So sorry about the technical issue. I'm going to blame it right here on my Yeti mic. Whatever. It's always worked for me before. So anyway, yeah, Brad says, I don't know. I seem better than average before. So yeah, you're exactly right. Yes, this is not April Fool's anymore. I am back. Sorry, guys. I just wanted to log in again, just like we did last week. I was between editing, and so I wanted to kind of hang out and see what you guys were up to. So it sounded a little low. Is it a little low? I don't know if I can change that or not. Anyway, is it too quiet or is it okay? Let me know in the chat. We've got the volume up real high, so I don't know. Hopefully it'll be okay. So anyway, yes, I apologize for the intro, but I'm here with you guys. Okay, Brad says it's fine. Okay, good. And so anyway, I just want to hang out, do a little Q&A. Big weekend, obviously. The Final Four is tonight, starts tonight. All eyes are on KU in my neck of the woods. Also tonight is Wrestlemania, the night one of Wrestlemania, and I'm a big wrestling fan, so I will be watching Wrestlemania. Let me know in the chat if any of you are going to be watching it as well. So let's see who's here. Yeah, Ken, it was a late April Fool's joke. I think I got enough of you guys yesterday for that. And again, I'm blaming this guy right here. We've got Todd in the house. Hello to Todd. Danny's here. Darla Bricks is in the house. Hello. We got Vanilla Gomez. Thank you very much. Bad Man, another Brotherhood member. Thank you. Django said we can hear. That's great. Batective. I love that name. Late Night Trip. Night of the Batman saying all good. Thank you very much. Mike says there I am. Here I am. Here I am. Sorry again, guys. Ken. Casual Nerd Problems. Tristan. Danny said it's on. Great. Vanilla says, you all failed. We could have trolled him for April. Oh, that is a great point. You absolutely could have done that probably for an hour. I wonder how long I probably would have gone without ending the show. Thanks, Peter. Hey, George. Thanks for being here. Another Brotherhood member. Thank you. Let's see. We've got, let me see if I can say Sanamu09. Thoughts on the Queen's 1/6 head sculpt. I think the head sculpt is phenomenal. Obviously, they, if you are a member of the Batman Statue Collector group on Facebook, I posted some photos today of the in art Batman head sculpt. They had only done like a render, but they actually have it printed now, or whatever. And I think it looks really good. I think it actually looks better than their third scale. Got a lot of you, Mike. Love it. Had a lot of fun yesterday with the April Fools. But as you can see, I'm still here, and I'm still the Batman statue collector. Audio is good. Good. I can hear you, but it's fine. That's great. Okay. Lane Kramer. So, Chris, was it very hard to locate the Ivy Batman Samurai line? It's the one I might look for as a 1/4. Lane, it's very, very, almost near impossible to find. There's very few people that want to part with her. So if you can, she's expensive. I mean, she's going to be over $2,000 for her. So be prepared for that. But there are people out there that will do it. But she's expensive. Afternoon to you. Afternoon to RD. Yeah, Ken, Undertaker, I watched the Hall of Fame last night. And again, it might not interest everybody, but I've been a wrestling fan for well over 30 years. Been to 4 WrestleManias, been to multiple pay-per-views. I was unfortunately in Kansas City the night that Owen Hart fell from the ceiling and died. That was one of the worst nights of my life, seeing that. But last night, the Hall of Fame, big deal for me. I've been a big Undertaker fan. Actually, I was a Mean Mark Callis fan back in the old days in WCW. But absolutely was a phenomenal speech. It was almost like a TED Talk last night. And it was really cool because at the very end, of course, he retired a couple years back. And he put on the hat last night and he said, "Never say never." So it was pretty awesome. It was pretty awesome. So yeah, Ken, that was really a highlight for me. And I've got a friend or two coming over tonight to watch night 1 of WrestleMania. Looking forward to it. I left the group due to your April Fools. Well, I'm glad you're back. Hopefully, I think I had like 5 or 6 people unsubscribe yesterday to the channel. I kind of watched as the day went on and it kind of crept back up. And so now I'm actually more than I was, but it was really funny to watch the subscribers leave. How dare Chris quit the hobby? Hey, John, it's nice to see you. Optimus 1466. Again, if you're just joining us, try to answer as many questions as I can. Rafi 1901 is here. Hello. Night of the Batman says, "Hi from UK. You have caused me to use 2 rooms, 1 comic statues and 1 movie. Batman and Star Wars looking better." Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of where I'm at with my collection. I think that this room right here will most likely become a movie room. I've even thought about bringing another movie theater chair in here just to kind of actually make it a legit movie theater room. But then paint the walls darker gray and do movie pieces in here. Primarily Batman movie pieces, but I might have a few movie pieces as well. I thought about maybe putting an Iron Man bust, just some movie pieces that we might like, that our family really enjoys. I just did a non-refundable deposit at my local comic book shop for the Poison from Street Fighter. Oh, that's awesome. That was a big deal. Obviously, no one wanted Hugo because they were selling Hugo and her as a combo pack from PCS at Sideshow, and but people were pissed because they really wanted just her, and so they did end up this week selling her individually. So that was awesome. Hey Jerry, loved wrestling when I was 11. Yeah, I mean I did too. I loved wrestling when I was 11, but I've always been a fan. I don't watch it religiously like I used to. But there for a while, I was super into it. Get to hang out with you in the UK as well. That would be awesome. I would love to do that. London is on our bucket list. Hopefully one day we'll make it there. Danny Spencer says, "Chris, have you heard anything on Tweeterhead on canceling 1/6 scale Joker with them direct to reorder at Sideshow? Tempted to keep 1/6 from my desk and get 1/4 for display." Tweeterhead, I believe, is trying to work that out. Sideshow, from what I've heard with the cancellation, is that you contact them, they will cancel it for you, and then you're going to need to reorder the 1/4 scale. This is just what I've been told secondhand. I could be wrong. That information could be changing, but that is what I have been told. So, great question. George is in the house, another Brotherhood member. Thanks, George, for being here. Iron Man gave me the April Fool's joke away. Yeah, that was. I was hoping as soon as I started smiling, you would know. And even some people said I was kind of smiling at the beginning. It wasn't really intentional, but yeah, I've been going to acting class for a couple years now, and I am expecting to win an Oscar. I'm watching and doing my Lego Batman, but that's awesome. That is awesome. I did get a Batman bust as well to build. Oh, I'm assuming you're talking about Owen Hart. Yeah, that was an awful night. Man, that was just something. We all thought we were up pretty high. We thought it was a dummy because he fell so fast and he landed his head and shoulder on the top turnbuckle. But it was horrendous. Hey, Jeremy, good afternoon to you as well. Bobby, are you looking forward to Queen Studios Wonder Woman 1/4 scale? Queen Studios just announced the release. Are you talking about the comic book one? That's also the movie one. I know Jeff Delaney is getting that one. I'm hoping it's finally shipping, if that's what you mean, Bobby. Jedi Chisel, good afternoon to you. Hello. Chris and Logan, another member. Thank you very much for being here, guys. Sasha, hello from Germany. How are you doing? It's good to see you. Thanks for being here. Hope everything's well in Germany. Jeremy says, I just recently subscribed. You almost broke my heart yesterday. Well, I'm glad I didn't break your heart too bad. I'm not going anywhere. So thank you, Jeremy. I'm so tired of Batman. DC needs to shine the spotlight on other characters more. All right. What? This is the Batman statue collector. No, actually, I'm all for other characters, but I've been real happy with what they did with the Batman movie. I'm excited about the Arkham TV show that they're going to do, and they've even said that maybe Joker will be a part of that. So I am all for that, but I'm all for other characters if done well. That thing is the Tweeterhead quarter scale is insane. It's going to be, I think what they say, they say like 2 feet tall, 2 or 3 feet tall. It's going to be big, and it's going to be expensive. I have a feeling. I think it's going to be, I think close. I'm going to guess closer to $1,000 just because it's so big. Do you think you might be raising any little collectors? I do have 2 kids. They're both into other things, mostly sports and music. So they show a little interest, but not a ton. There were some good Mania parties. Yeah, we're going to have a Mania party tonight at my house. Yeah, Lucha was great, especially in the old WCW days. Used to go to a lot of those shows, Nitro and things, and they used to always have really great Lucha wrestlers. Of course, Rey Mysterio. Django, I got into WWE recently because I saw a match with Rhea Ripley and thought she was so entertaining to watch. Super excited in her tag team match tonight. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm a big fan of Rhea Ripley. She is phenomenal. She's from Australia. Very strong. Has a great look. So I'm excited for Mania tonight. I am really excited to see the Seth Rollins match versus what I believe will be Cody Rhodes. Also, the Steve Austin making his return. I was actually at WrestleMania 19 in Seattle, and that was Steve Austin's last match, and that was, a long, long time ago. So if he actually does a match, that'll be something. But I've always taken pride that I was there for his last match against The Rock. Yeah, please do not slap the host. Brad Ladner, when you are ready to do the movie room, hit me up and I'll tell you some suggestions on receivers and projectors and speakers. I would definitely be interested in that, Brad. I don't know how deep we'll go with this. I don't want to take up too much room because I do want this space still available for movie pieces, but not having the comic book pieces in here will give me a ton of room. Thank you, Brad. Bobby says, good evening from Norway. That's awesome. You are not too far from my mother country. I am Swedish. Are you looking forward to Queen Studios Wonder Woman 1/4 scale statue? Queen Studios just I think I already answered that one, I think. Sorry if I already did. Rain G4, I've been sub for a while. First time commenting. Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. CB Walk, have you watched Moon Knight? Yes, I did watch the first episode of Moon Knight. I was very impressed. I liked it. It felt like a movie. I actually thought, at first, I thought it was supposed to be a movie. So I was really kind of surprised that it's just a TV show. What, like 5 or 6 episodes? I thought it was really good. My wife and I watched it. It's weird. I know that he has like these multiple personalities and he doesn't remember. Dissociative personality or something disorder. But I liked it. I want to see more. I love kind of that ancient Egypt feel. I don't know anything about Moon Knight. I always kind of figured he was kind of like a Batman knockoff, but I think I'm wrong with that. But I really like that Egypt connection. I think that's really neat. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see more, but I did really enjoy it. Ken says, back in the day, I had a connection that got me backstage at WCW show and got to meet a ton of their stars. That's awesome. That was my big thing. It's like we would go to fan access shows, and I've met just about everybody. I've met Roman Reigns. I've met Triple H. I've met all the old wrestlers. Scott Hall, I just recently passed away. I got to meet him. I've met Stephanie McMahon. I've met Brock Lesnar, of all people. So I've probably met 150 wrestlers over the years. Ric Flair, woo, one of my favorites of all time. One of the ones I haven't met that I would love to meet is Hulk Hogan. I've never met him. Gotham's Mine, another Brotherhood member. Thank you for being here. Hello to you. Yeah, Brad, that's the one I was talking about earlier. It looks really good. Like I said, I think it actually looks better than their third scale. So I'm excited. Moon Knight was cool. Yeah, that's awesome, Bobby. I didn't see that it's starting to ship. That's great news. It's actually overdue, so that's great. Chris, I apologize in advance. Check your inbox. Uh-oh, that can't be good. That can't be good. Now you got me curious. I got to check it. Oh, my gosh. Photos. I got photos. That's awesome. I'll check them out, Joe. Thank you. You need a Neil Adams original art piece for that would be great. So if you want to send me one, Jerry, I'll take it. Great news. Yeah, I'm also upgrading the quarter scale. I did cancel my 6 scale. I think there's a good chance that Chad will send me one to show you guys in 6 scale just to show you how awesome it is. So we'll see. And I still think the 6 scale is going to be amazing, but I did upgrade to the 4th scale. All right. I'm going to, but obviously it's not up for pre-order yet. Dark Knight, thank you very much. I'm glad you guys laughed along with me. I used to watch some of the Japanese wrestling in the 90s. I haven't done any modern Japanese wrestling. But I'll do a Ring of Honor, AEW, that kind of stuff. I used to watch Impact quite a bit, but I haven't for years. I just don't have the time to watch it all. Usually it's Raw or SmackDown most of the time, or AEW. So I saw the black suit Prime 1 statue went up for pre-order on Sideshow. I've got mine still right over there. I've got the blue one. I really like that black one, but I think that if I was going to have to do a black version, I think I'm still going to keep that Fabok Batman, especially knowing that I might have a little bit more room. We'll see. Actually, they already do. PCS already has that Undertaker statue in the purple, but they are all doing the gray, the original gray look from the Survivor Series, 1990, I think it was, 90 or 91. But it looks good. I know it's a Marvel Universe character. Would you be interested in Moon Knight statues? I would love Marvel statues. I mean, if this was not a movie room, I mean, I could see me definitely doing a Marvel room. The problem with that is that that's where I start getting stressed. When I want too many things, like right now, it's easy to say, okay, well, that's a Star Wars piece. I don't collect Star Wars. That's a Marvel piece. I don't collect Marvel. So I'm able to focus my money and funnel it into Batman. So this would be awesome. I would love this whole room to be like Iron Man. Like, I mean, I wasn't kidding about Iron Man statue collector. I would love to be that. But I just can't, it just wouldn't work. But I don't know. If the Moon Knight was, something I collected, I would definitely be interested, but I can't go there. I can't go there. Yeah, that would be neat to have a Sting statue. I've met Sting twice. Great guy. Oh, it's good. I love it. The party went crazy when Hogan slammed Andre the Giant. Yep, that was WrestleMania 3. That's kind of when I first started in. My dad watched it, and I hated it as a kid. It was like, oh, turn off the wrestling. But somebody, a kid named Eric in 4th grade, I think it was, brought a WWF magazine, and I was hooked. Have you heard anything about Queen Studios Bust Master Series busts? Phase 1 will be Doctor Strange and Alita Battle Angel. I haven't. I have been contacted by Queen Studios. They are doing a new reveal show. It'll be online. The guys and I probably, I think it's next weekend. I think, pretty sure. So we'll do a live reaction show to that, and hopefully we'll see some stuff. Hey, Jeff Morris in the house. Hey, I sent you a link if you want to pop on. If not, that's cool. Did Queen Studios Loki come up yet? Yes, it is up for pre-order as we speak. Oh man, Andre the Giant. That would be a dream to have met him. That is awesome, George. I'm very jealous. You getting the Prime 1 versus Killer Croc. So I recently found out that that's going to be quarter scale, or at least allegedly. So I think what I would do is, in order to accommodate that, with my new vision of my other room Batcave, I think I'm going to have room to do my, my Sideshow diorama again. A little differently though. But I think that I could see that piece being the centerpiece, having Croc and Batman on top of him, and then all the rogues around Bat. So, which means I would be selling my Sideshow Batman and my Sideshow Killer Croc. And I would include everybody else around him. So that's kind of what I'm thinking initially. Chris, I have the Iron Studios 1/3 scale Joker and love it. Looking at Prime 1, which is grabbing you more, say cheese or Joker in Throne. Danny, I absolutely love the Iron Studios Joker. It's one of my favorites in my collection. Is the statue itself, like the body is not as good as a Prime 1 piece. The head sculpt is amazing. The base, amazing. I'm looking at it right now. And here, let me show you which one I'm talking about. That Joker right over there. I love it. But getting back to your question, the Joker say cheese or Joker in Throne. Surprise, Danny, I'm getting them both. But if I had to choose one, I probably would go with say cheese. And because you get 3 different looks. You get the more modern look, you get the Fabok look, and you get the Hush look. So that's probably the one that I would go with. I know not everybody loves the base. I'm not a big fan of the Robin in the base, but I love the Joker. And I'm never going to limit myself to Joker. So I'm getting both. If you're getting the punchline, it might be better to go with the Joker on Throne. And he looks so cool. Of course, that's George Jimenez. Big fan of his. So very exciting. We also got some other pretty exciting artist news, guys, for the channel. I have arranged 2 massive Batman artists to be on the show soon. I am so excited about it. So stay tuned to the channel. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. I don't watch WWE anymore. Only really watch when AJ Styles is on. AJ is fantastic. Yeah, I do watch AEW, not as much as I should, but I do enjoy AEW. I like that it's just a different alternative that actually focuses on the wrestling and not necessarily the entertainment. Because I'm a true wrestling fan. I like the wrestling acts. I mean, I like the storylines too, but yeah. Iron Man has no cool villains. It could be a light. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is it would literally just be Iron Man. So I am considering picking up that Queen Studios Mark V bust. Or no, Mark III bust. Love it. Love it. Davis Runner Brotherhood member asking a question here. You mentioned possibly Iron Man for your movie room. If you also possibly got a Star Wars statue for your movie room, what character would you get? I would get Vader. Or Palpatine. Like I'm a major Darth Vader fan. I love the look. I actually had the life-size bust from Sideshow for a while. I used to collect a ton of Star Wars. I had Star Wars masks. I had maquettes. I think it was Elusive Concepts is the old, I used to have the big Jabba the Hutt and the Chewbacca head. Those were incredible. And I remember I first got the Jabba at the Mall of America when it first opened, that big mall in Minnesota. But I used to collect a lot of Star Wars stuff. So probably be Darth Vader more than likely. Also, probably Palpatine's probably my favorite character. I've always liked the dark side. I always like the villains, so go figure. Love Harley Quinn. I think she's fantastic. Yeah, like I said, Sting's fantastic. So Jeff is cooking and Eric's getting his hair cut. I tell you, everybody's just having fun this afternoon. Lane Kramer, Chris, what has been the pricing usually been for the Hush Poison Ivy from Prime 1? Man, I don't know. Somebody I think just said recently that they got her for under retail. So that's pretty good. I think she went for like $1,400. I would say anywhere from a little under retail to maybe $1,600, $1,700-ish, somewhere in there. But I haven't really been paying attention to her. Seem to be siding with you as well. Portraits are more my style on that one. Oh, I must have missed something. Maybe. Sorry, Danny. The video you did about the 1/6 Joker diorama was sick. Absolutely love the statue. Yeah, that is from Sume Art. I think is how you say it. I keep wanting to say tsunami. But Sume Art. That piece is awesome. Apparently it's sold out. Really, really expensive, but it's neat. If I had the space for 6 scale, I would consider it. But I am getting that Batman versus Joker. Rogue's leaving the Batcave. Like I said, maybe that Batman from Sideshow and the Killer Croc. I'll also probably most likely be selling my Catwoman from Sideshow because I am getting the newer premium format. So we'll see. Josh Duckwall in the house. Hey, Josh, thanks for being here and thanks for supporting the channel. Afternoon, Chris. Hope you're well. I'm doing great. Say Cheese is amazing. I hope you enjoyed my pictures of Harley Quinn outside. Yes, that is fantastic, Dylan. You always do a great job. And I never, the problem with this, everybody has different YouTube names. Everybody has different Facebook names. And so trying to know who's who half the time. So I always think if Serious Lug is what I always refer to you as, or Serious in my head. So I would never associate Dylan. So I gotta try to memorize your name, Dylan. Yeah, your pictures are incredible. I love the outside light. It's really neat. Yeah, I would imagine it's a pain in the butt because these are heavy. Ken, thank you very much. Ken is a very, very smart person. Says, don't forget to hit the like button. That does help us very, very much. It helps people know that we're live. So thank you guys for that. What's up? How are you doing? Thanks for being here. Yeah, I am going to add that to my collection, Casual Nerd. I don't know where it'll go. My plan is to have a pretty big, in the other room, to have a pretty big quarter scale area for all of these. I did order, I don't know if I've let you guys know this or not, but I did order the Bat Bike this week from XM. So I have a plan. I have a plan in place for my quarter scale. So I think I'm going to have quite a bit of room with this plan where the 3 windows are. I can definitely see them doing, I think PCS will definitely do a Razor Ramon, especially with his passing. Still can't believe he's dead. You're going to like it, Mike. Chris, do you think Cody Rhodes will return tonight? Yes and no. I've got 2 scenarios. Number 1, I think that Seth Rollins will come out and Cody Rhodes will then come out. That's scenario number 1. Scenario number 2 is I think what will happen is Seth Rollins will come out and outwalks Vince McMahon. And then you hear, here comes the money. And out comes Shane. Because that was originally his opponent before they sent him home after the Royal Rumble. So I can definitely see something like that happening. I've even heard rumors that maybe that he would come out and then the next, maybe on Sunday night, then they would actually be the match with Cody. Or Shane comes out and and Vince is like, nope, not you, and then brings out Cody. So that it could be interesting. It could be interesting. I'm getting the Batman versus Joker from Prime 1 Studio, Joe. That giant diorama, 3rd scale. Yeah, I'm getting Punchline. I haven't ordered her yet, but I will be getting Punchline for sure. Hey, Chris, after I win the 649 Lotto tonight, I'll buy all of your statues. Well, they're not for sale, Mike. I mean, if you're willing to offer me like 3 or like 10 million, I'd give them all to you. Wink, wink. Yeah. Good luck. When do you think the next Prime 1 reveal show will be? I have heard spring. You guys know how Prime 1 does their stuff. You know, they're always like, okay, well, sometime in 2022. They are not real forthcoming with anything. So it would be nice. Like a lot of, a lot of statue companies have been awesome and they communicate with me on a regular basis. And so I'm able to know some things ahead of time, plan some things ahead of time, and to help promote these statue companies, help promote the products. And I am more than willing to do it. I'm more than happy to do it because I love this hobby. And so it's, to me, it's smart when the companies work with us YouTubers, whether it is MCE or Jim Med or Rad Titan or anybody. It really makes sense for them to work with us and just, give us information or let us, provide things to you guys out in the community. Prime 1 does not do that. They do not communicate. So it would be nice, especially as much as I love them. But they're a very private company. And so it is what it is, but I'm hoping that it will be spring sometime soon. Would you consider getting an Alfred statue? 100%. But you know who I'd rather have more than Alfred? I'd rather have a Jim Gordon on top of a building, maybe the smoke billowing off, the bat signal right beside him. Dream come true piece. Be awesome. If it's Shane, I'll throw my TV out the window. I really think you're going to see Shane. I think they're going to tease him. I think he's going to come out, whether he actually has that match, but I think they're going to try to like piss off the fans and then give him Cody. So we'll see. Thank you. Yeah, I can't use Serious Lug as a YouTube name since it's tied to my email. Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, I hear that. So Dylan, I gotta try to remember your name's Dylan. I have so many people that I follow and contact on a daily basis, so it's hard to remember everybody's name, especially when they have 2 names. But I'll try my best. What is your favorite statue company? Man, I've said for years that my favorite statue company is Prime 1. And I think that's still true. Having owned XM pieces now, I can safely say that I think that they are probably right under number 2. At number 2. I've really been impressed with their quality. This Samurai line is second to none. It's something I look at daily, and I'm in awe of it. I love Prime 1. I love Queen Studios. I love Sideshow. Sideshow hasn't been giving us as much lately, so I feel like they kind of fall between the cracks lately. It still put out amazing products, but the detail on the other stuff that I collect is just so much more detailed and more presence. But like, I'm looking at this. I mean, this is phenomenal. It's Batman Who Laughs. So anyway, I probably will still go with Prime 1 as my favorite company. Ken, what did you have to buy your wife to get the extra room in the house? I think the whole point was that I wasn't going to continue to nag her about it. I think she finally just tapped out and said, fine, just do it. So I think there's definitely going to be some resentment for taking up an extra space. But I think she knows what I'm dealing with space-wise. Man, I'm going to have to wait a while, it seems, for my Catwoman from J&D. That's a great piece, by the way. I'm in a holding pattern for Punchline. I am really waiting to see that Queen Studios Harley they have on schedule. Again, I'm hoping that we maybe see her soon. I don't know how much they are revealing. I think Queen Studios is going to be on that night on our channel. So I am hoping that we're going to see a lot of DC stuff. He says, I want Punchline and Joker, but want them together. I mean, they are. They just haven't sold that Joker yet. Do I think I should wait until Sideshow releases it, or should I grab them individually? Sorry, I misspelled. I'm texting at work from. No, you're fine. Thank you for working as Amazon. So for whatever reason, Prime One hasn't put up that Joker yet, which I think is incredibly odd. I was really hoping that they would put them up together and then offer a discount if you buy them both. I'm assuming that Sideshow will get it, but I don't think they'll get it for another five months. For whatever reason, that's their weird schedule. Whatever relationships Prime One and Sideshow has. So I do think that we'll get them from Sideshow. You can also get them from other retailers in the United States that have them up for pre-order as well. So if you don't want to wait, order directly from Prime One. I know that can be a hassle sometimes. The Jedi Knights Watch. Hello to you. I love that name. Hey, 1/6 scale collector here that admires statues from afar. Well, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. And I'm the same way. I admire 6 scale from afar. I've contemplated doing some 6 scale content here on the channel, like do some reviews and things. And I don't know if you guys would be interested or not. Let me know in the comments. But that's something I think I would be interested in doing limited. But there's so many other people, Justin's Collections, Jedi Patrol. There's so many great YouTubers that already do that content. So my passion is statues. So that's where I'm going to stay. But I really do admire them from afar as well. Some of those pieces are just so cool. And I wish I could get a lot of them, but I don't have the space, and I don't have the passion for them that I do the statues. So I think you guys would probably see through that here on the channel, if I just started reviewing random stuff. But I do that sometimes, but I do really appreciate the 6 scale stuff. I think the Justice Buster's fantastic. It's not something that I would be getting. I mean, it's possible that I could review it for you guys, but I just don't have any connection to it. It doesn't have a lot of comic book connection either, but it does look really cool. I do like the quarter scale Batman individually, I think better, but it's awesome. Hey, Jim Mint is in the house. Hey, Jim, it's great to see you, sir. Congratulations on your big move. That is very exciting. And just, I'm horrified for you having to move all that stuff, because I know what kind of a pain in the ass it can be, but congratulations, and I hope it's everything you want it to be. I'm excited to see what your new space looks like. Seems like we're both going to have some new spaces here soon. That's really neat. Kid Fresh, Chris, are you picking up the 1/3 scale of the Batman statue by Prime One? Kid, I most likely am. Yes, I have not ordered it yet. I don't know. I don't know exactly what I'm waiting on. Again, I did just order that Bat bike, so it's a very expensive piece. I have a lot of money saved up doing this collection and doing this channel. I'm very good with my money, so I have a lot to spend. I have a big spreadsheet of pre-orders, so I'm kind of debating whether I will get that. I'm assuming I will. I also kind of want to see how this movie room is going to turn out. This space, I'll have plenty of room for that to do a whole bunch of movie Batmans. I've also considered getting that Batman Forever Batman as well, and doing a lineup of Batmans. So we'll see, but I love that statue. That is my favorite one. The Prime One statue is my favorite that has been shown so far. I'm sure J&D will do a phenomenal job, but I know it'll be very expensive. So I think I'm going to stick with the Prime One. Everybody saying hello to Jim. Again, thanks for being here, Jim. Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Again, having met both of those guys, they're both phenomenal. They're both phenomenal athletes. They're both alpha males in their sport, and it's definitely worthy of a main event. I love what they've done with Roman Reigns in the last couple years, being the tribal chief, and also I think that Brock Lesnar's character, being kind of this country boy, Brock Lesnar, love it. It's been very entertaining, and I think it's going to steal the show. I'm new to the game, but I can tell Prime One and XM are at a different level. XM Thor is nuts. Yeah, it really is. And guys, we are doing Rogues Gallery Live this Wednesday, and I know we'll talk about that Galactus announcement. Did you guys see that? So I might save that conversation for Wednesday night. Oh, also Monday night, I'm going to be unboxing live the XM Studios cable quarter scale prototype. It's not even the prototype; it's a production sample And that's thanks to XM Studios for sending that to me to review and then send off to the next reviewer. But it's a great idea or a great honor, I mean, to see that piece. I've never seen an XM Marvel piece in person. So that's very exciting to do that. So that'll be Monday night, and then Rogues on Wednesday. Have to get back to work. Hey, thanks for checking in with me. I really appreciate it. XM Spider-Man villains lines. I love the quality of XM. I mean, yeah, if there was going to be an XM line that I was going to collect, it would be Spider-Man villains. I love Spider-Man. I love his Rogues gallery. Probably the second best to these Rogues. But yeah, I love what XM does. Do you think the XM White Knight Joker will be shown later this year? I do. They've already said what it's going to be. It's going to be Joker sitting on that gargoyle with the gun. And I think that's going to be phenomenal. Obviously, they're also going to be doing a Harley. So I think that'll be phenomenal. And since I am getting the Bat Bike, I will most likely get those two as well. They've said they're going to do a Azrael. I don't know if I'd get him or not, but I would definitely get Harley and Joker. Stone Cold is going to open up a can of whoop ass on Kevin Owens. Yes, without a doubt. It's going to be the biggest pop of the night, no doubt. And it's closing the show apparently tonight. So again, we're counting down the hours until the show starts. Can't wait for WrestleMania tonight. J&D Studios' next project is going to be the Pattinson Batman. Yep, they've already teased it and announced it in kind of a weird. I don't know if you guys saw that J&D video this week. It was very strange. They talked about that, then they went into a Moonlight conversation. So again, it was just very, very strange. Oh yes, John. They've already teased a freeze, which I'm very excited about. I think the number one character that I think I would want them to do is Ra's al Ghul. And then also I really want them to do a Two-Face. I think they could really do some neat stuff with, like, you know, he's been scarred up by the sword and his skin's all bubbled up. I think that could be a really cool character, but Ra's al Ghul, I'm stunned that they haven't done him yet, because he's already samurai. I mean, he's already has that look. Doing something with the pit, maybe even adding Talia in there somehow, you know, making her really, seductive looking, obviously trying to lure Batman in. I think that would be really neat. Yeah, Chris, I'd be interested. I'm not sure. Giving me the 10 million. I don't remember. Is that what that was? I can't remember what we talked about. Eric B, fresh from his haircut. So I don't know, Eric. I don't know what you got cut off there. I'd be interested to know. But anyway, I hope things went well, and I hope you're having a great Saturday. Yeah, it's expensive. I think it was like $1,300 USD, something like that. So 1/3 scale Galactus. I think it's going to be a 1/4 scale Galactus, I think. Did you see the umbrella change on the Samurai Pink? No, I didn't. Is that in the unboxing, Django? I haven't ordered Penguin. Do you guys think I should order Penguin? Should I do it? I've ordered Scarecrow. I haven't ordered Penguin or Red Hood yet. Should I? Hi, Chris from Santa Monica. Hey, thanks for being here. More companies should send out statues to YouTubers for review. I mean, I just think it's smart. It's a great way to promote their product. And I think most YouTubers are fairly positive, and are, they'll talk about, like, I'll never trash a piece unless it's super bad, but I'm also not going to buy a piece that's super bad. So I don't know. I think that statue companies are smart to do it. And again, there's been a number of them that have done it. And I know that there's some that are trying to do it. So I think it's smart, because again, we help promote the community. And I'm a big Disney fan. Disney YouTubers, they promote Disney parks constantly. Disney didn't like it at first, but now they're like, yeah, it's free commercials for us. And so I really enjoy helping the community out. I really enjoy promoting these statues. And I mean, I love working with these companies. They're phenomenal. It'd be nice if I could keep some of these statues, but unfortunately, I just get to see them and then send them away. But it blurs the line. So if a company sends out free statues, then it's like, paying off a free review or a good review. And I know I've spoken to a lot of companies and they do not want that. They do not want a glossy, perfect review. They want us to be honest. And so I definitely understand why they don't do that. But again, I just enjoy helping promote it. I really do. Stanley, I am jealous at Jeff Delaney at WonderCon, although I feel bad because it looks like the Queen Studios display was really small. But if you want to check out there, he did have some great footage on Secret Sanctuary's channel. So definitely check out him at WonderCon. I think that was today, maybe even this morning he posted that, or maybe it was yesterday. I'm not sure. But anyway, check out Secret Sanctuary for that video. It did have the half-scale Captain America, which looks good. And it also had the Spider-Man bust. Yeah, expensive for that Joker diorama, but it looks so cool. About Action Boss. Hey, Chris, if Sideshow were to do another premium format Batman, what version art would you like to see done? I would love to see like a Hush version in quarter scale, a Fabok, maybe a David Finch, maybe even like I'm trying to think, maybe a George Jimenez. That would be cool. Sideshow, though, does their own take. I don't think they're ever going to do an individual character version of a statue. It's always going to be their take, which is fine. But I think that's where you have to rely on Prime 1 and XM to do actual comic book versions, which is what I prefer. I want it from the art, at least as close as possible. Did they tease? Oh, they did tease a freeze, I think, maybe. I want that. I actually messaged Sang a couple weeks ago, and because I was reading The White Knight, and there's this great image of Freeze, and he's kind of looking down right next to the dome of Nora, and Nora's life size. And I said, oh my God, Sang, this would make an incredible diorama. And he talked about how expensive it'd be to make. But that would be, I think, the ultimate Freeze piece. If they did the White Knight Freeze standing next to Nora in the dome, full size, not just this little mini dome, it would be awesome. I mean, what an incredible diorama that would be. And I would absolutely love that. So XM, if you're watching, I know you're probably not, but if you are, please, we would love to see that. Jeremy, what's the next villain you would like to see in Batman 2? I actually already did a video on this, Jeremy. You can check on the channel, but my number one wishes are Court of Owls, which is a no-brainer, Scarecrow, Joker, obviously. But the Court of Owls just makes so much sense to me. It would fit into that world perfectly. I think they could do Scarecrow in a realistic way. I'm trying to remember who else I said. But Court of Owls for sure. Why do you think there's such a gap in price between this Sumi art Batman and Joker? And the Batman was expensive too. I mean, to be blunt, every year it just gets more expensive. So if we saw Batman premiere a couple years ago, teased, that's 2 years ago prices. And we're way gone from those prices. We are way gone. So again, transparency with the companies, I think that helps. Like if we know like, hey, we're a smaller company, we had to pay this much money to get the license to do this Joker statue. This is why it's so expensive. If they said that, even if it wasn't true, but if they said that, I really think that people would be more understanding. Just because, I don't know. I feel like if we know more information, we can accept it better than other than just, well, now it's this year, it's just another $1,000 more. Or this year, it's just another $500 more. And that's just the way it is. They don't have to tell us that, but it would be nice. I can't wait to see the White Knight Azrael. The red and gold classic suit is a dream piece. Yeah. And he's a big character, so I think it'll be neat. And, you know, Prime 1 did their great Azrael, but I don't, well, actually, they've done 2 Azraels. But I really think that XM will do a great job. Since you ordered the XM White Knight on Bat Cycle, are you still getting Queen's Catwoman on Batpod? Davis, that is the question of the year. I don't know. Do I like Anne Hathaway's Catwoman better than the new Catwoman in the Batman? Zoe Kravitz. The answer is no. I liked Anne Hathaway. I love the Batpod. I'm going to have more room now in the Batcave if this is a movie room. Chances are I will keep my pre-order. But I have to be honest, I'm way more interested in the Batpod. I mean, the Bat Cycle by XM. I don't know. I love the Batpod. I saw the Batpod in person. They're going to do a Batman version as well on Batpod. So I have to really make that decision. I don't know if I need both. What do you guys think? Let me know if I need both. I'm thinking about buying the Batman calzone from Little Caesars. Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's greasy, but it was good. I mean, it's a pepperoni pizza. So it's good. What is your favorite 1/4 scale company when it comes between XM versus Sideshow? You know, they're just so different. Both companies are amazing, but they're so different. XM pieces, at least these pieces, are so much more detailed. There's so much more going on with them, which is why I feel like they are higher art than the Sideshow premium formats. But the Sideshow premium formats are awesome as well. They're just different. Just like an XM piece is very, very different than a Queen Studios piece. And a Queen Studios piece is very, very different from a Prime 1 piece. They all offer something amazing. But just in terms of detail and wow factor, I would have to go with XM. And it took me a really long time to realize that because I was not an XM collector. I think Samurai Riddler is next, hoping to see Freeze 2. Actually, Batwoman is next. They've already teased her, but they've already teased a little bit of Riddler as well with the silhouette. So we will see a Riddler and we will see a Freeze. And I most likely, I don't know if I would get a Riddler. I'm going to have to really be wowed by him. I want a comic book Riddler. I think we're definitely going to get some comic book pieces from Tweeterhead in quarter scale. I think they're going to knock stuff out of the park, guys. Again, you guys are just going to be so excited. But definitely want a comic Riddler. I don't know about a Samurai Riddler. Should definitely order Penguin. I like him. I've had him in the Batcave. Life-size Galactus could be a problem. You need the villain, so live order the Penguin. Yeah. Maybe I'll live order him on Wednesday. We'll see, Dylan. I'm getting the Penguin. I think it'll be the best Penguin statue we ever get. I predict that Penguin's coming. I think we're finally going to see Penguin in comic book form. I think Tweeterhead's the most likely to bring us that. Sideshow maybe. But Chad has told me he wants to do all the villains. He wants it to be amazing. So we'll see. I took my daughter for a haircut, but I was asked if I was waiting to be helped a couple times. That's awesome. Well, maybe you needed your beard trimmed or something. I haven't had my own haircut for years. I do my own. I just buzz it. Okay, so I need to go check out that. Is it a good umbrella change or a bad umbrella change? I need to know that. Of course. I'm a massive Disney fan. We went to Disney parks 4 times in the last calendar year. 2 is our usual max. We went 4 times in the calendar year. 3 times to Disney World and 1 time to Disneyland. Disney Galactic Star Cruiser is on my list, but it is $6,000 for 4 people. I mean, we could go like round trip to Tokyo or something for that. So I think it's asinine, the prices. I really think the prices will come down because there's such a small group of people that can afford that and consistently fill up rooms. I mean, once you've done it once, you're probably not going to do it again. So I really think that Disney, I can go on an hour-long tirade about the stupidity of how Disney is being run right now with Bob Chapek, but they've just made mistake after mistake, and they've alienated their fan base. They've alienated their cast members. I think this is another example of alienating such a large group of people because of price point. If they get it down, I mean, let's say they got it down to $2,000. I think we would do it. Because the footage that I've seen, the experience, people have been wowed by it. It's basically like a 2-day escape room with live theater. And I think that sounds like a lot of fun. So I would definitely be interested. I think it will be a throne piece. I think Sang has also, just said the logistics of him standing at that scale that they want to do. This piece is going to probably be the most expensive piece that XM has ever done. Without a doubt. But I think he would have to be some either kneeling or on a throne to even fathom how big this thing will be. Because they want him to be big. 4 a.m. here in, is it Mongolia? Thank you very much. Wow, that's awesome. Thank you for being here. And good morning. Good morning to you. What's next after the Samurai line? For me, I'm gonna keep collecting the Samurai line as long as I can. They said they're going to continue to make the characters. I'm very interested, obviously, in continuing with the Prime 1 pieces. Probably some movie bus. Probably, the Sideshow quarter scale if they continue, and also the Tweeterhead quarter scale. I'm trying not to go any 6 scale just because I can't go there. Like that diorama I love, but I just don't think I can do it. I would love to review it though. Whatever happened to the Batcave diorama from XM? Nerd Therapy, they have said that it's not shelved, but I don't believe that. I think it's shelved. I think we would have seen more by now. Again, I think that it is such a limited number of collectors that would buy it. It is awesome. And the concept was cool. You could actually spend more money and add more onto it. And what a cool backdrop that'd be. If I use that as a backdrop in my videos, I think that would be really cool. But I don't see XM continuing to do it. I just don't. 114 of you watching me randomly go live on Saturday. Thank you guys for being here. Please hit the like button if you are enjoying this. Share it in Facebook if you want to. That's awesome. It really helps us out. So thank you guys again. You guys are all amazing, especially after what I did to you yesterday with the April Fools. So thank you again. Joe Latore says, do you think Sideshow is coming out with another Deathstroke PF since they have a new art print of him? I would like to say yes, or at least I would like to hope yes. I love Sideshow, but I have absolutely no idea what they're doing. Everything seems so random these days. And so that part's hard to even fathom. I think that they would sell a ton of them if they do a really cool Deathstroke. But in their original one, I did not like. I did not purchase it. It was underscaled, at least in my opinion. But I just don't know what they're doing anymore. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't think they're I don't think they're trying to cater to the collectors that bought the Batman line to begin with. I don't know. I just don't know. I think they're wanting to do maybe more movie pieces. I don't know. It just feels like all over the place. But I would love for them to really start focusing back on the Batman stuff. And I think we'll see some of that. And again, just that marriage with Tweeterhead, I think that is the Tweeterhead's going to do the characters that Sideshow didn't want to do, or maybe they didn't have faith in doing. So would I love to see Chad do one? I would love to see Chad do one. Knowing some of their art direction, it is incredible. And so I think people are going to be wowed by what they're going to see. It's just going to be a kind of a renaissance, I think, for Tweeterhead. I see Tweeterhead doing it more than Sideshow does, or more likely. Let me start over. I think Tweeterhead is more likely to do Deathstroke than Sideshow. They are doing a Dark Knight Returns. You are correct. I've tried to pull the trigger on a half-scale piece. I said this years ago, and again, nothing against half-scale collectors. But a few years ago, I had the Ben Affleck half-scale from Prime 1. And I said in my video that it's so awesome. And the way it like captured the light in the old Batcave, it looked great. But I said, it looks like one of those big Walmart dolls at Christmas time. The one like those. They're like, 3 or 4 feet tall. And that's what it felt like to me. There's only one half scale that I might even consider, and that is the Queen Studios Ledger Joker that they've teased. I also like the Joaquin Phoenix Joker half scale. That looks phenomenal. I want to see how they look in production, though. I don't know if I would need a Ledger Joker. I'm already getting the bust. I've already got the 2 third scales. So I don't know. I'm really curious about that one. Yeah, we talked about that earlier, Haggis. Yeah, it's crazy. It's sold out already. John, I don't think Clayface would work in this movie, The Batman. But I would love to see Clayface someday if they go back to more of a fantasy type Batman world. If you collect 1/3 scale Batman movie pieces for a theater room, which Ben Affleck statue would you get in the normal suit or the I hate the technical suit. Not a fan of it. I don't like any of those Batman suits that change it. I don't like it. I want just my Batman suit, specifically the Batman versus Superman suit. That thing looked amazing. I really like that Prime 1/3 scale. That's probably the one I would get. Of course, it's expensive. Guys, I know you guys are going to kill me, but I just don't have a connection to Ben Affleck's Batman. I don't have that same connection. I have more of a connection to Robert Pattinson. I have way more connection to Christian Bale, way more to Michael Keaton. But I just never really connected to Ben Affleck. And I don't know if that's just because we didn't get enough of him. We didn't get to see enough of him. And maybe that'll change over time. But I don't know. I don't even know if I would include one. Detroit Rock City, J-Rob. Just listening to Kiss on the way home today from a baseball tournament. My son won 2 games today. Pitched amazing. So that is exciting. But listen to Detroit Rock City when they actually have a live recording from when I was in Kansas City. Any thoughts on the next Sideshow quarter scale PF in the Batman line? I think Nightwing's a no-brainer. If I was gonna think of a villain, I mean, God, we've been asking for Riddler. I think a Riddler or Penguin. Two-Face is more of their MO. They like to do monsters, but I don't think they have any confidence in Two-Face. So again, I think we'll see Two-Face from like a company like Tweeterhead before we see it from Sideshow. Do you think there will be a scenario in which you completely get rid of your Sideshow display or get rid of most of your Sideshow PFs and keep a couple? It's very possible. I love my Sideshow collection. I feel like some of the pieces are getting a little bit left in the dust by stuff like this. So either they're going to have to continue to step up their game, or if they keep giving us PFs. But like, I did my PF case because I was thinking, man, they're going to do all the villains. And then they stopped. And then they gave us Freeze and Scarecrow. Thank you. But then they started, oh, here's another Batman, or here's another Harley. Here's another Joker on Pogo. And so the villains that I want now, like Two-Face, Riddler, Penguin, Ra's al Ghul, Clayface. Oh my God, a quarter scale Clayface. They're not doing. At least not yet. If they start doing those, then I'm keeping my Sideshow collection. But at the end of the day, if other stuff's coming out that's better, more details, tells more of a story, then maybe those pieces will start to go away. I hate to say that. I'm still rooting for Sideshow. I'm still rooting for them. But I miss Sideshow from 5 years ago. And I think a lot of people do. I hear it every day in the community that they miss those old days. But I think that those days are just gone. It's just a different world now. Different world. Favorite 90s comic artist and one from today. Jim Lee. And probably Fabok. Fabok or Jimenez. I really like both of them. But Fabok, I just love his work. Can I still watch even if I'm not a fan of statue collecting? Well, of course you can. Absolutely. We talk geeky stuff. We've been talking about Wrestlemania all day today. We've been talking about Star Wars. This is not just a statue channel. I mean, it primarily is, but I love all of that stuff. I love everything geeky. Big Harry Potter fan. We're big Disney fans. So yeah, you absolutely can hang out with us. This is a safe space. We're not going to kick anybody out. Howdy, everyone. Hey, Zach. The Galactus throne is meant to be, yeah, geez. It's just going to be nuts. I think they did, Joe, but I haven't really seen anything else. Polly's Hideout. Do you have any autographs? I used to collect autographs. That was a big passion of mine for a long time. Kind of back in my 18, 19, 20-year-old age. The only autograph I have right now is I've got, of course, Kevin. Oh my gosh. Where is that? Anyway, I'm trying to think. Anyway, I do have like a bunch of CGCs. I've been collecting like artist CGCs. I don't know if I have any. Yeah, like here's one. I've been collecting these. It's like I've got Brian Boland. I've got Tim Sale right here. Greg Capullo, Scott Snyder. So I've been collecting those more so than the regular editions, but I do like to collect one of each, just so I have those autographs. That's been a lot of fun. Chris, your Prime 1 Deathstroke 1/3 is terrible. I'll do you a solid. I'll give you $10 and a cookie. It's funny because that J&D video I was talking about earlier, they actually talked about that scam. There's a scam on Facebook that shows J&D products for $50. And some people have actually fallen for that, which I feel horrible. Like these are $2,000 statues. So, but yeah, I'll take you up on that $10. It better be a chocolate chip cookie. That's my favorite. Like a big chocolate chip cookie, not a hard one. I don't like crunchy. I like the soft ones. So it'll be in the mail. Toys of Arkham on fence about getting the Prime 1 Batman versus Bane versus Bat. Oh my God. It is literally one of my favorites in my collection. I love it. Me personally, though, I would not get it if it was the regular. It's underwhelming with the regular, but that face sculpt with the ripped mask and the blood and the rage, that's what makes it for me. is up there. If you guys can get that, if you can get that one, I recommend it. It's worth the price to me, especially if it's reasonable. Wanda, we can't say that because in the old days, we would wait for these big events, and that's when Sideshow would like surprise us. 12 days of Sideshow. Everybody got excited and hyped. Well, now we don't hardly get anything revealed at those. And then on a random Tuesday, we get an announcement or it's up for pre-order. Surprise. It's so weird. Again, I just don't know business-wise what that does. Like I would think that they would want to hype it up, and that's what I like to do here on the channel. I like to hype things up and get you excited. So we might see a brand new DC piece tomorrow randomly on a Sunday. Who knows? They don't do stuff on Saturdays and Sundays, but you know what I'm saying. I have not canceled it yet. I don't have any interest in that piece right now. I love that pose, but knowing that I'm going to get knowing that I'm getting a life-size bust and the 2 third scales that I have, I do like the idea of making a whole Joker little section, but I don't know. I haven't canceled it yet. Do you think I should? He's not very expensive. I did get the sculpted hair. Spider K, been a fan of yours for years, watching your videos since 2018. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate that. What do you collect, Spider? Hey, Jetta Patrol. I was just talking about him earlier today. That's awesome. Great guy in the community. If you guys haven't checked out his channel, please do me a solid and check it out. Lots of great 6-scale content on there. If Queen is doing life-size busts, maybe Sideshow could do the life-size bottom half to complete the character. Oh, that is hilarious. Well, I think that's a brilliant move. I don't see that happening, but that would be hilarious. Thanks for being here. Prime 1023. What's up, Chris? I'm looking to get a 1/3 scale Joker. Any suggestions? I'm not really feeling the Joker say cheese. Okay. So your options right now are the incredible Lee Bermejo back there. One of the best. If you like that design, I don't think you can go wrong with that. Also, I love the Iron Studios 3rd scale, but not everybody likes that one. If you don't like say cheese, there's also the option coming up for the George Jimenez piece. So those are your options in 3rd scale. Oh, also the Arkham Knight Joker from Prime 1 is another great option. But it really depends on what art style you like the best. I also pre-ordered Assuming. Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations. It's sold out apparently. So that's crazy. That's crazy. Check your inbox for the 1/4 scale. Yeah, I did. That's the one picture I did click on. But I think that's a custom picture, right? Yeah, that's a custom piece. But that's something what I would like to see. I've considered buying that custom. I don't do customs, but I've considered it just because I wanted a Riddler. Yeah, Ben didn't get to do his own Batman movie. Yeah, I mean that's the thing is that I just don't have a connection to Affleck. Probably. I mean, there's going to be one day where I'm not going to do this YouTube channel anymore. I don't think anybody wants to see me like 80-year-old doing. Good Lord, I cannot speak. I don't think any of you want to see me 80 years old and doing this channel. But will I still have a connection to it? Yes. I don't know if I'll physically collect at some point. At some point, I've got to just be like, I'm happy with it. But I think price and space is going to get me out eventually. But I'm not in any real quick hurry to get out for sure. I'm here to stay. Hey, Virtual Devil. I think this is the first time we've seen him here. Congratulations to getting your channel back. Good Lord, what a mess that was. I'm doing great. I hope you're doing great. I'm sure you are relieved. Man, that is a nightmare situation. Anyway, if you don't know Virtual Devil, some people don't watch his channel because it's in French. If you're in America, but if you do speak French, it's a great channel. And even if you mute it, great content there. So another great collecting channel. Django, want Penguin How about a Joker on a jet ski? No, I'm not interested in that, but I do want a penguin. However I can get him. They made so much X-Men but quit in a full Batroom. Are you talking about XM? Oh, maybe you're talking about Sideshow. Yeah, a lot of XM. So I found a J&D Harley. That person is selling pre-order for $3,300. I'm going to get in trouble here. Lane, if you want my honest opinion, I don't see Margot Robbie in that. The body is phenomenal. It's sexy. But I don't see her in that. And so I wouldn't spend $1,500 for it. I feel like the Catwoman has been good. I feel like the Wonder Woman has been good. But I see a lot of people selling those too. I do feel like with each piece, they have continued to get better. But in silicone, I don't think I trust. I think the other companies are doing a really good job getting lightness down that's better than the silicone in polystone. I love what J&D is doing. They're an exciting new company. I feel like the price points have been really high. When a company like I'm looking at my Queen Studios Ledger Joker, the likeness is phenomenal. My Prime 1 Ledger Joker is phenomenal. Now, that's a PVC head though. But silicone, I think, is good on busts, but I feel like on the figures, it is iffy at that price point. So I hope I didn't spoil your day. If you want to get it, I just don't feel like it's worth it. And maybe I'll eat my words. Again, it's just art is subjective. That's just how I feel. John, I don't know. I think that the XM piece is phenomenal. XM did a Red Hood in 6 scale. So I will give them credit. Again, XM is at the forefront for some of these characters. They're willing to take the risk. Rich says, I agree, although that new Batman from Sideshow might end up being a home run, but definitely agree XM Studios and Prime 1 seem to be making more memorable, unique pieces. And again, they're memorable to me because they're from the art. They're inspired from the art directly. Hush Poison Ivy, Hush Batman, Fabok Batman, Fabok Penguin, White Knight, Bat Cycle. Like they're from the books that I love. So that means more to me than an artist's interpretation of it. If that makes sense. Sorry, Chris meant to say absolutely love the channel, love the content, influenced my collection in a big way. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you very much. Guys, I love to hear that. That means the world to me when you guys let me know that what I'm doing here matters. Somebody was saying about my video yesterday about where there's some truths to what I said at the beginning of the April Fool's video. And yes, there is. Doing a channel is very time consuming. It does take me away from my family. It is my passion though to do it. It is my hobby. It's what I think about. It's what I concentrate on. It's what I want to try to improve. And so when I get feedback like that you guys love what I'm doing, that you find it entertaining, or you find it funny, or you find it helpful, that's why I do this. So Toys of Arkham, that really means a lot. I really appreciate that. And everybody else that said similar things yesterday on the video, thank you guys very, very much. If you can only keep one piece from each company, which piece? Oh man, Nick, I'm going to do a video on that. That's a great video idea. So I'm not going to spoil it. I'm going to have to think. Wow, that's a tough one. That's a great video idea though. I'm going to do that. Oh yeah, Kevin Conroy. Sorry, I never came up with his name. Kevin Conroy. Duh. I should be meeting him this month too. Do you have any favorite comedies? I love funny 80s movies, 90s movies. One One of our favorite movies is 50 First Dates with Adam Sandler. That's one of my wife and I's favorite movies. I love like Spaceballs and Groundhog Day and just, funny movies. I used to love the Naked Gun movies. Those are some of my favorites. But I love anything funny. And I'm somebody that doesn't get offended. So it's a scary time right now with comedy because I feel like, well, obviously with the slap, you can't joke with anybody. Everybody is on edge and takes everything personally. So I feel like those days of comedy are done. But I love comedy that's funny and jokes with people and makes fun of situations. Like I love that. You left Batman? Shame. I guess I should have known from the spider. Emma in the house. Hey, Emma. Emma's going to be filming an update of her collection here soon for us, so I'm excited about that. Jesse Hernandez in the house. Hey, Jesse. Would you mix and match XM or Tweeterhead 1/4 with your Sideshow display? We actually did talk about that, and I'm that's kind of what I'm planning on doing. So if Sideshow's not going to make a Two-Face and Tweeterhead does, then I'm going to mix them. But the problem is that every company has a different texture. Again, XM doesn't look the same as Sideshow. So I don't know if they'll look good together. I don't know if Tweeterhead will look good together with Sideshow. Time will tell. Tweeterhead's working with a lot of Tweeterhead is working with a lot of former Sideshow talent. And so I'm hoping that some of that same look will look good next to Sideshow. And I think it will. I really do. I really am optimistic. And I think that's kind of the thinking, that they can complement. Instead of trying to outsell each other, they're going to complement each other. There was a Lego Facebook scam where big sets were like 50 to 75% off. Yeah, I mean, don't buy anything on Facebook. I mean, if it's something random from a site that you don't know, I mean, if you're buying from Sideshow, you're fine. If you're buying from, wherever XM, you're fine. But if it's some random thing that pops up and it looks too good to be true, it is. Don't buy that crap. By the way, it's the exclusive Bane. Yeah, I would not hesitate. I would not hesitate. Hey, Punisher. No, I'm not rich, but I do well. I'm good with my money. I've worked hard for my money, and so, but I'm definitely not rich. I wish, but I'm definitely blessed. And again, instead of buying motorcycles or expensive boats or things like that, or drinking, I don't drink, I don't smoke. So instead of spending money on that stuff, I spend it on painted rock. So that's just where my passion is. Dirty Loki. I don't understand why most people dislike the Batman Begins train fight. I thought it was great. I love that movie. Very great movie. Greetings from Finland. Hello. Great to see you. Dan Default in the house. Hey, Dan. I hope you're well. Say I sent a link if you want to pop on for a few minutes. Another great YouTube channel right here. Cash to Gemini. How's it going, Cash? Hello, BSC and chat. Hope everybody's having a good Saturday. Doing great. Killing some time between editing and getting ready for Wrestlemania tonight. Hey, Chris. Again, a great April Fool's video. Thank you very much. Chris, my collection is mostly warrior themed. I heard Infinity may be producing Achilles and Viking Ragnar. I haven't heard anything about that stuff. But Infinity, they do great stuff. And I don't know any of those characters, so I do apologize. It's out of my wheelhouse, but they seem like they're really making a lot of great stuff. I do agree. I think J&E has been fantastic. And again, they're the first ones to admit, like, we're trying to improve with every piece. And I do think that they do that. It's funny. You and I both don't do custom statues, only licensed. For me, I suppose it feels safer. So far, I bought 3 Prime 1s, XM, and 1 Sideshow. I would not ever be opposed to buying a custom. It's something that I would not promote here on the channel. But the custom would have to be really good. I mean, I have had a custom. I had a Queen Studios custom piece before they were licensed. And, you know, most of these companies were unlicensed at one point, and they got noticed because of their incredible art. So, you know, it's just crazy. But there are definitely some custom pieces I have my eyes on. But again, I don't promote them here on the channel. And you do run a very big risk about getting them in hand. You have to really be trusting. Chris Porter, I know you're a wrestling fan, my man. Used to watch this guy wrestle in the ring. So anyway, yeah, Mania is a few hours away. Can't wait. Cannot wait tonight. Anxious to watch it. Big money cash in the house. Yes, he is. I have not decided about Nightwing. I almost kind of ordered him today. I almost considered it. And I might. We'll see. Prime 1 Ivy to go with my Harley. Yeah, you got to find that Hush Ivy. Kevin's in the house. Dark Ranger 7. Hey, Chris, have you been able to get someone over to check on your walls? You know what? My father-in-law's here this weekend for a golf tournament for my son, and he's an engineer. And he was telling me about the walls. He said, no matter if they're load bearing or not, you can have it done. It doesn't matter. And so I'm still debating whether to do that. I have contacted a second construction firm. I have not heard back from them yet, which is frustrating. I just want somebody to come to my house, and I want to show them what I want. And then I want them to show up. Like this other person that I messaged, they actually came out and did measurements, and that was 3 months ago. Haven't heard back. Like it's irritating. I want to move forward. I have the money. I want to spend it. It's burning a hole in my pocket. I want to get this done because again, my back cave's kind of in shambles right now. I mean, I've got like, you know, cords and I want to finish. I want to get it ready and move on. But I need a local contractor. I need somebody that'll actually do the work here. I'm sure most people just want to, you know, build the houses and do big projects. And I get that, but I've got cash in hand. Yeah, I think that Margot Robbie from Queen will be better than the J&D. I think the likeness will be better. I'm in Queen. I trust. I think they've done phenomenal work. So I'm a big fan of Queen and what they're doing. Just wish we would see it already. I definitely wound up with a preference for Tweeterhead because of you and Jeff. Hey, that's awesome. And now you two don't have any. I do. I still have my Poison Ivy. I'm getting the Joker. So there are pieces that I'm going to be getting from Tweeterhead, and I guarantee that there's going to be a ton more. There's going to be a ton more. Well, look who we got. We have a round dot. We have a round dot. We're a round dot, but the round dot speaks. So that's good.
I am calling you from my car, my friend.
Oh, you're calling from a car. Well,
I am. Yeah. Hi, this is Dan in the car. First time, long time.
First time listener, first time caller.
Yeah.
Well, so Dan has turned himself into a round, like throbbing dot here, which is pretty cool. Cool. But how's the car?
Oh, the car's awesome. I'm actually driving my son's car. He's away at spring training, so I've got his brand new car. So pretty happy with that.
And I hear that he has a gig.
If you saw that on Facebook, he got assigned out to the Los Angeles Angels High A affiliate.
That is so
Washington
awesome.
State.
So what does that mean? Like, how does that? Is that a feeder to the majors?
Yeah, so it's kind of a step toward that. So he's for Major League Baseball teams, there's a series of steps you take after you're drafted or signed.
Yeah.
And he's at about the midway point already, which is great. He's been kind of promoted twice now. So
that's awesome. And I'm assuming there's some people that were drafted that don't even make it to that point.
Oh yeah. Yep, for sure.
So that is really exciting. That's kind of what I figured. I don't know the ins and outs of that level of baseball, but that's very exciting. I assumed that was the case.
Yep. So it's really cool. It was a great. He just made aware of it like 3 days ago, and so he's super excited.
That's awesome. Well, tell him congratulations from me.
I will. I definitely will.
That's really cool.
But well, I had to call in. Yeah, I'm doing great. Had to call in. I was actually doing some work in my collection room earlier today, moving some last minute things around. Actually on my way to the store, funny enough, to pick up some shelf support stuff. Yeah.
Did you build a new shelf?
I didn't. I have only one small kind of freestanding wall shelf.
Mm-hmm.
It's only about 3 feet long, and I've only had one piece. I actually had the Sideshow Scarecrow premium format on there, but it's long enough to hold 2 pieces, and so the additional piece I put up next to him, which looks great by the way, is the OG Samurai Batman. But I just want to put reinforcement on that shelf with that piece sitting up there. So I kind of mapped out what I want to do. I'm going to actually put a piece of angle iron where the shelf meets the wall, and screw that angle iron both into the wall, into the studs in the wall, and then down. I'll use nuts and bolts to connect it down and through the shelf itself. The shelf itself is made of oak, so
nice.
It's plenty sturdy. I just don't want it ripping off the wall.
I totally think you should put the bat bike on there.
Oh my God!
I think that would rip out the studs. I think.
Yeah, that thing. Oh my God! You know what's funny? Did you watch? I don't know if anybody in the chat watched this, but a bunch of people posted when XM put up the assembly video on that. Did you watch that?
I have not, because I'm still reliving the nightmare of putting it together.
Oh my God! The fact that they've showed this guy putting it together like it's just no big deal. He's just going from piece to piece to piece. I'm like, oh, this is almost false advertising. Right
yeah, where was this video 2 months ago?
I know. Yeah, exactly. I'm honestly though, Chris, I'm not sure it would have helped that much.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, he was just, what they don't show you is they don't show you the having to kind of search for the parts in the styrofoam.
Yeah.
And then unwrap the part and then figure out where it goes as you look at the directions.
Do they show? Remember how there were certain pieces that you had to kind of connect together at a certain angle,
yep,
fit in right? Did they do that?
They do, and those, for those of us that are getting that piece, those will be helpful.
Yeah, because that was the trickiest part.
For sure.
I was trying to feel like, where do these go? Yeah. We put it together once. I'm still going to have trouble putting it back together.
Oh, it makes me, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Well, what makes me a little bit concerned is, I was watching him. Oh, what? You haven't watched the video. So what he does is he's building it on a turntable.
Okay, that's
right. So as he builds it, because there are pieces on one side and there are pieces on the other, and he's kind of turning it, depending on which side the piece that he's got to go next. Well, I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm going to want to build that piece in place.
Right.
I don't know how I'm going to do it, because once it's built, how do you move that thing?
I didn't. Man, I'm so glad you said that, because my plan, I've kind of told you, is to maybe do some 1/4 scale shelves over in that 3 window room,
right,
at that angle, but then have some bigger spaces. And my plan was to have in that bigger space at the top would be have the bat bike,
right,
or maybe in the middle. But that's a great point. Like, how the hell? Because we're not gonna be able to lift it up there.
Nope.
You're gonna have to build it up there.
The only thing I could think of was,
that's a problem.
To put kind of, I have one of these little kind of portable, very sturdy portable workbenches, and kind of try to set something up that's right adjacent to where the statue's going to go, and then so that I can slide it from the work surface that I put it together on onto its final position on the shelf.
Okay.
To give myself some room, because like a lot of people, mine will be, one side will be kind of facing the wall.
You almost need scaffolding.
Yeah,
rent some scaffolding, and then you slide it, like put some wheels underneath it and slide it into place.
Exactly.
Good Lord. John Metcalf says, still waiting on that room tour, Dan.
Oh, it's underway, my friend.
People are even harassing a round orb.
The orb.
The orb, the white orb of Dan. I love it.
The orb formerly known as Dan.
We need at least on that white orb, we need at least get a picture of your face or something, so it's not just a white orb.
You can't just have a white orb.
No, you can't. Oh, hey, there's so this is, I'm
How's
sure
that?
this is incredibly safe.
This is really safe.
This
Yeah,
is safe.
honestly.
It's no longer a white orb. Give everybody a like for Dan. That is awesome. That is awesome. Dominic is asking, hey, Chris, hope you're great. Could you give us a review from the XM Studios 6-scale Dark Knight Returns? That's a great piece. And what do you think about the upcoming XM Classic line? I know Dan and I have been very excited about the Classic line. However, I am still nervous about the Classic line because it seems like the Classic line might be a little bit too classic.
I was just going to say that. They went a little bit over classic, I think.
Over classic. Like
Yeah,
I want Batman, but I want like more modern Batman.
Yeah.
So and they also kind of announced oh man. I've met him twice, the artist. Do you remember what artist is doing those?
I don't recall his name. I do remember we talked about it. He's
the one that did some of the Spider-Man maquettes for Sideshow.
Yep.
Darn it, what is his name?
I don't recall.
Matt. Anyway, and he's a great artist, but it's not my favorite Batman art either. So it's hard to know. I mean, I want to see more. Obviously, I know Dan wants to see more.
I do,
but I don't know. We'll see.
The first one was not, if I'm being honest, the first one was not what I expected.
The Catwoman.
Yeah. It's very well done for what it is, but as you and I talked about, speaking for myself, I was expecting kind of, detail, quality, scope, concept, all similar to the Samurai line, only not Samurai.
Right.
Yeah.
Mark Brooks is the artist.
Oh yeah, Mark Brooks, sure.
So again, he's a great artist, and I've like I said, I met him a couple times. I don't know. I don't love the Batman designs as much, and so I'm a little bit worried if that's the only artist working on these. That I don't know. I guess time will tell. We'll see. Captain Trenchcoat said he's doing upcoming Superman and Batman. So we'll see. Maybe and Wonder Woman. Maybe he won't be doing the villains. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Leonidas is Chris, have been a fan of the BSC since you started your channel, along with your great content. Your display is impressive and great for the collecting community. Dan also looking forward to his upcoming room tour. So there you go. Dan is in transition to a new cave. So whenever it's finished, Dan is planning on doing a room tour. Just Jim popped in earlier, and he's moving, so he'll have a new cave, and I'll have a new cave, and you'll have a new cave.
Yep.
So that's very exciting.
It's super exciting, and it is nearly done. It's just, I have the same hesitations, I don't know, that a lot of people do, where I'm just a perfectionist, and if I'm going to do a room tour, I want it to look its absolute best, and everything is moved in, guys. All the statues are in place, the shelving's in place, all of my artwork, which was no small task, is in place. Although I have a surprise of a new piece coming this week, Chris, that I haven't told you about.
Oh, nice.
Yep, another one. And so all of that is done. The only thing I don't have in place is lighting. I tried to get it done last weekend and I couldn't do it. And I hope to I'm working on it again tomorrow. And so there are certain parts of the collection that I just want to make sure the lighting is there.
Yeah,
but
I don't blame you.
Everything else is in place. So
I've kind of thought about lighting too. And I don't. Did you see my post yesterday in the group about those 3 options for displays? I don't
think I did.
I did it was like a white shelves with like lights inside.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm kind of leaning more toward that look and the combination of the tiered system for the 3rd scale, doing kind of both.
Yep.
Do you like the lights in the shelves, or do you think I should just do overhead lighting, like can lights? I also thought I look at like XM, that store, they have those really long LED lights. Like that would be kind of cool to put across the room. I don't know. Lighting's tricky.
Lighting is really tricky, and it's also one of those things that it's all about personal taste. I'm not a huge fan of super, super bright lights, so, right. But then again, when you have any kind of a tiered system and you have, like, I've got some statues that don't get light and I have a central, you guys will see it, but I've got a central light overhead in my room. I don't have, in the new space that I'm in, I don't have the can lights that I had in the last room. But I don't ever turn them on full blast. You know, if I had that kind of lighting, I'd never use it anyways. I just want a little bit of light on those statues that aren't getting enough from, you know, the overhead.
Well, the three window room, you know, you've seen it. It has that like industrial lighting. I want to get rid of all that, and but my thought was to put can lights in, but I also want to put some smaller spotlight, little lights around that I can dim, and I can, you know, change the look throughout the room. I really want to be able to do that with one panel, just to really be able to change up the museum look. You know, highlight what I want to highlight, basically.
Yeah.
Because I'm like you, I don't like the super bright lights, and I certainly, that's the problem with. If it's a shelf with a light built into it, is that too much light drowning out the statue below it? You know, I feel like sometimes that's the case.
So I found, and it's an inexpensive solution, not that I was necessarily basing my decision on that, but I did find the LED tape on Amazon where it's fully dimmable. You know, you can cut it, you can stack it and daisy chain it however you want. It's super, super easy.
What is it?
It's like the LED tape. You know, it comes
just those little LED strips with that you peel off the back.
Exactly. But what I don't like about that, I hate the way it looks on camera.
Yeah.
Because it looks like a bunch of little dots, and I hate that. That bugs the crap out of me. So you have to put some kind of a molding or something on the shelf that it sits behind. And I've done that. I did that with one of my shelves, and it looks really good because you can't see the strip itself, but it shines a nice light on the statue. And in this particular one, it's the company, it's called Govy, Govy. I think.
That's the one that I got for behind my TV.
Yeah, exactly.
These were like more of like torches type things, so that shoot light out. But I like that company.
Yeah, so you can control them. I can control them all from my phone. You can dim them. They can be as warm or as white as you want, different colors. You know, so they're very controllable. And that's enough for me, I think. If I had more lights than that, I probably wouldn't use them, to be honest.
Yeah,
but
I hear you.
That's just me. So, hey, Chris, I gotta roll though, man. I just wanted to stop in, say hi to everybody in the chat.
I appreciate that. I've got to go too. Family's coming back now from golf, so
nice.
I really appreciate you popping in, and continue to drive safe.
All right, buddy. We'll see you later. See everybody in the chat.
Right. Bye, Dan. Thank you. Bye. Dark Ranger 7, when it comes to lighting, what are your and Dan's takes on regular or warm or bright light? I go back and forth. I probably tend to like more white light better. I feel like the yellow light gives it a little bit more of a theater look, a little bit more of a museum look, but I feel like I like the white light better. I have white light in here. All of my lights are white light. So I tend to like that. At least I think it looks better on camera, and it looks better. It highlights the statues better. So we'll see. Anyway, like I said, I've got to wrap this up. We've gone, gosh, how long have we gone? It's way too long. Almost an hour and 45 minutes, a little over that. I was only going to go on for an hour like always, but thank you guys so very much. You guys had such great questions. So much fun. Let me know in the chat down below, in the actual chat, or the discussion down below, if you like these Saturday afternoon shows. A lot of times I've got some free time on Saturdays, so let me know if you enjoy it. But and hopefully it gave some other people, you know, we always do the late shows. So anyway, I also want to remind you, Monday night, live unboxing the Cable production sample from XM Studios, my first ever Marvel piece in the Batcave from XM. Very excited about that. So definitely tune in at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then Wednesday, Rogues Gallery Live returns with the whole crew. I'm anxious to talk to Jeff about WonderCon, how that went, what his experience was like, and cannot wait for that. So anyway, Monday live stream, Wednesday live stream, and the reviews and everything else in between. So thank you guys so very much for checking out. 95 of you still watching. That's awesome. Hope you all have a great weekend. Go KU. I'm not a KU fan, but go KU. And if you enjoy WrestleMania this weekend. I'll definitely be popping it on here real soon. So anyway, thank you very much. Appreciate all of you popping on with me. Hope you have a great weekend, and we'll see you right here in the Batcave. Thanks, everybody. By the way, not April Fools anymore. I'm here to stay. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great